Welcome to the ancient tarot key that unlocks my readings. Today we're going to be talking about the star card. We've been seeing this a lot lately. And for any of you that ask, yes, she is not supposed to have her little bikini on, but many tarot readers get their videos taken down if somebody doesn't have, well, if they're looking a little chilly. Let me put it that way. But there are so many things about this card. But I want to start from the beginning. In the 1500s, one tarot card carried a reputation that may surprise you, and it's this one. The star, now known as the symbol of hope and healing, was once treated as a dangerous card. Some mystical societies even prohibited beginners from using it. And it is because it is so strong. You can unlock the petitions and prayers and the meditation of someone who is literally drawing this card. The reason reveals one of the oldest secrets in tarot tradition and the reason that it was prohibited by beginners. In early tarot practice, the star did not represent gentle optimism. It represented alignment, and an alignment with destiny. Readers, tarot practitioners, people like me, believed the moment a person drew the star card that it marked the point when they stepped into a path that they were finally meant to walk. This shift was not about fate. It was not about controlling events. It was about an awakening. The star card showed people who they truly were, removing illusions and exposing what no longer matched their authentic direction. That level of clarity can be beautiful, and it is. When we pull this card, it's extremely beautiful, but it also can be disruptive. Historically, accounts describe a pattern observed by readers, and those readers of the time, the people who frequently drew the star, often made sudden and dramatic life decisions. And believe me, the church and many others didn't like that, because the control would leave, and you started thinking on your own. Some ended marriages. Others left occupations, rejected authority, left the church, or walked away from communities that no longer reflected their inner truth. The star I'm telling you, I just heard something and it was wonderful. And what I heard was continue. That's the word I just heard. If you heard it, let me know in the comments. The star did not cause chaos. It didn't. This card was not made to disrupt, and it was not made to cause a chaotic or toxic or dramatic situation. It reveals freedom, and freedom can, will, and does change lives. Because of this, certain mystical guilds warned new readers not to reveal the star in seekers who were not emotionally prepared. In fact, many readers would take this card and take it completely out of their decks. Your reading was 77, who would know? But that's not the way to do it. You have to stay true. They believed an unready person could dismantle their own life after recognizing a deeper calling that they were not yet strong enough to follow. So over time, as tarot moved into public use, and it was not as hidden and considered to be quiet intuitives or quiet seekers, we're going to talk about that sometime, the interpretation softened into themes of hope and renewal, unlocking petitions and prayers, meditations for those who had it or who draws it or had it in their reading. Yet older traditions preserve the original understanding, and I think it's very important to continue to preserve that original understanding as well. The star is not only a promise of brighter days, it's a signal. It is a summons that invites this person who you're reading for to become who they were meant to be, instead of hiding things, covering it up, and pretending as though there was a higher power when the higher power really lived in themselves. When the star card appears, it asks for attention. It draws the mark, the moment when clarity arrives. And once that clarity is seen, it is almost as though someone is returning to a path, and an old path that becomes difficult. But it's a path that some of us need to go. I want to point out some key elements of the star card, traditional and hidden meanings. But sometimes people don't realize that this large star right here is all about divine guidance, destiny, alignment, spiritual callings, and the moment of inner awakening. So that's your key right here. The hidden meaning is balance between spiritual and earthly purpose, and you can see this because she's kneeling. This is all about her kneeling, humility, openness, and a surrender to the truth. And the hidden meaning behind this is a willingness to release your old identity to step into your most authentic self. Now, the 1 foot in the water, we see this, 1 foot in the water and 1 on land. Connection between the subconscious and the physical reality. Your intuition has to take over during this time, guiding real world action. The hidden meaning behind this is that when you accomplish this, your transformation occurs when insight becomes action. You see, you have to take action when the star card comes out. It's gentle and kind, but it also is telling you get with it. Get into action. The water flowing into the pool is all about, you see that right here with her. It is all about renewal. It is all about emotional healing, a restoration of your inner energy. The hidden meaning behind that is emotional purification before life redirection. Sometimes you just gotta sit and let it happen, and you've got to go through what it is that you've got to go through before you can figure and find any type of path that you need to go down. So the water flowing on the earth, on this side of her, is sharing your wisdom, bringing spiritual insight into the world and service to others. The hidden meaning is awakened individuals become guides for others. Isn't that beautiful? This is why this card was hidden, because you would have freedom of thinking. The night sky background, you see this? It's all about silence and mystery, inner reflection. The hidden meaning is a destiny often revealed during periods of darkness or uncertainty. And I'm going to say this. This card depends upon the other cards. If you draw this card, it will be a little bit more rigid. If you do 1 card readings, it will be rigid. But when this card comes out in a layout or in your reading, it is all about the fluidity, how it corresponds, how it is in connection, in conjunction with the other cards. And then you can build on things. Sorry, my heat source is going. It is cold at night. So this could be darkness and uncertainty, and you have to approach this part of sometimes bravery. Now here we go. You see this little bird? Some people don't even know that there's a little bird right there sitting in a tree. He's all about, well, I think he's kind of like an ibis or a heron or something like that, but he's all about higher perception and watchfulness. Did you ever hear a little birdie say this or give a message? That can be a spiritual message coming, a spiritual messenger. Hidden, it's all about the guidance, and it appears when awareness is heightened. So there's got a lot of things, and you might want to take notes in these videos that I'm putting out here, because there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. This little girl without her clothes on is all about authenticity and vulnerability, truth without social disguise. But the hidden meaning is awakening requires radical honesty, and radical honesty with oneself. That doesn't mean you have to take your clothes off. It means that you have to get down to the bare bones. That's what it means. The calm water surface is all about emotional clarity and peace after an upheaval. But the hidden meaning is a freedom that follows acceptance of one's own true direction. Now, I don't read reverse, but I'm going to tell you a few things for those of you who do. I feel that there is enough in the cards with knowing the key and the meanings of the cards where you don't have to read in reverse. My experience with reading in reverse, I've tried it a few times years ago, and depending upon how you shuffle, it can almost be the majority of the cards are in reverse. That happens to some people, maybe not you, but some. I don't like throwing caution like that to the wind and trying to parse through, because, like I said, we all know there's enough. We don't have to, and especially in front of a client or in front of someone, or even for ourselves if you read for yourself, we don't need that extra pressure of that happening. But I'm going to give you this. Here we go. Here's a reverse. When the star card is reversed and this big, large central star is reversed, it means that there's a loss of direction and a disconnection from your purpose. You see how that can really, and you know what? It's okay. If you read reverse, it's okay. But there's a difficulty trusting your inner guidance and a hidden meaning. The path is still present, but self-doubt blocks recognitions. Now, the 7 smaller stars, there's 7 stars here that are reversed. It means a spiritual imbalance. Your scattered focus now comes into play and feeling misaligned with life's timing. The hidden meaning is attention is divided instead of centered. So this figure kneeling, resistance to vulnerability and a fear of showing the true self, emotion and emotional guardedness, hidden meaning is protection has become limitation. 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground is all about intuition, but you don't act upon it. Knowing what to do, but you hesitate to move to do it. What is the hidden meaning of that? Well, insight without action delays transformation. Water flowing into the pool, reversed. You see, water flowing into the pool, reversed, is emotional exhaustion, difficulty healing old wounds, and sometimes you just can't get over thinking about the past. It can block your renewal, but the hidden meaning is rest and restoration are needed before any clarity returns. When water flowed onto the earth is reversed, this one over here, withholding gifts or wisdom is a reluctance to share one's authentic voice. That means if you want to hold back, there's a price you got to pay. Seriously. So the hidden meaning of this is self-trust in reverse must return before service can flow outward. So you got to trust yourself, or you're not going to be able to read, you're not going to be able to function, and you're not going to be able to transform. The night sky that is reversed right here is a feeling of lost in uncertainty, temporary spiritual darkness, and questioning the belief systems. Hidden meanings, the quiet phase before renewed vision. That's not so bad. But this little bird right here, it's kind of funny. When he's in the tree upside down and reversed, is ignored messages, missed intuitive signals, and overlooking subtle guidance. Hidden meaning is the awareness must be sharpened to notice direction. Now, this little gal without her little bikini on is all about shame and self-criticism, fear of authenticity. But the hidden meaning is self-acceptance restores confidence. This calm water in reverse is all about emotional turbulence, lingering worry, and lack of inner peace. The hidden meaning is peace returns once truth is acknowledged rather than avoided. So you know what that really means? It means, in reversed, pretty much all senses, your transformation, your ability to grow, your ability to read. There's so much imbalance, emotional exhaustion, not getting the guidance from your guides. But I'm going to tell you what. No matter what, if you're a beginner, if you're a seasoned professional, or somewhere in between, just know that this star card, when you pull it out, dates back to the 1500s. And that reputation of this gal and her surroundings can really come out and make your reading. And this is why I always suggest, if you're starting out, or maybe even, like I said, a seasoned professional or someone in between, I always like to read, especially with important cases, the Rider-Waite, the original cards, because there's so much meaning in the cards that can get lost. But as you grow on and you go on and you know the meaning of the cards, the great part is you can incorporate those different designs, and they're beautiful. I love them. I have decks after decks, believe me. But I always like to come back to the original. So I hope the next time when you're reading and you see this star card, you're going to know that you have an arsenal of information that dates back to the 1500s, and you yourself are unlocking the key to some really great tarot readings. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me. This is a series. I'm going to be coming out with all, and they're not going to be in order. We're not going to take them in order. This way, you can pay attention and you can learn, and we'll take them as they come. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you soon.